Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn might be about to blow up their friendship again. And if you've watched these two for even 1 year of their WWE run, you know exactly what that means. Pain, betrayal, and a moment the internet won't shut up about for weeks. Something is brewing between these two right now, and it's not just fan speculation. It's sitting right there in the booking. But to understand why this next gut punch is coming, we have to rewind to SummerSlam, because what happened there wasn't just a surprise return. It was a warning shot. So let's set the scene. Kevin Owens has been gone. 17 months gone. Neck surgery in July of last year. The kind of injury that makes people wonder if a guy's career is basically over. No timetable, no hype video drop, just silence. And then, out of absolutely nowhere, at SummerSlam Night 2, he's standing in that ring again. Here's how it went down. Sami Zayn was supposed to have a clean, one-on-one shot at becoming the #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship, going up against Finn Balor. Simple. Straightforward. A chance for Sami to erase the sting of losing that title to CM Punk after only 9 days as champion. 9 days! Let that sink in. The man waited years, finally captured his first world title in WWE, and had it ripped away from him almost instantly. So Sami walks into SummerSlam with a chip on his shoulder the size of Minneapolis. And then Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager, drops a bombshell before the bell even rings. Gunther is added to the match. Fine. Shocking, but fine. Sami can handle a triple threat. Then Aldis isn't done. There's one more name, and it's the one nobody saw coming. Kevin Owens. The place lost its mind. Owens hasn't wrestled in nearly a year and a half, and he's suddenly thrown into a fatal four-way for a world title opportunity like he never left. And for a second, it looked like a fairy tale. Owens and Zayn, the two guys who've been tearing each other apart and building each other back up since 2007, since they were Kevin Steen and El Generico grinding it out on the indies. They lock eyes in that ring, and they hug it out. It's emotional. It's the kind of moment wrestling fans live for. Two best friends, reunited, standing together in the chaos. And then, Owens throws the first punch, right into Sami's face, just like that. Now before you say that's just a wrestling match, of course he had to fight him eventually. Slow down. Because this is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn we're talking about. This isn't just two guys competing for a title shot. This is a relationship with a body count. Owens turned on Zayn at NXT TakeOver Our Revolution back in 2014. Powerbombed him right off the apron in the middle of a celebration. Then did it again months later to rip the NXT Championship away from him. These two have main evented Elimination Chamber against each other. They feuded on and off for over a decade. And most recently as this year, their tag team, officially, on paper, disbanded in February. So when Owens comes back from major neck surgery, hugs his oldest friend, and immediately starts throwing hands, that's not just ring drama. That's history repeating itself in real time. And Owens didn't stop there. He went full send. Swanton bombs off the top rope onto 3 grown men, less than a year after surgery that could have ended his career. Stunners, super kicks.
He fought through Gunther's submission attempts, through Balor's offense, and it all came down to him and Zayn. Sami hit a blue thunderbomb. Couldn't put him away. Owens answered back with a super kick, then the stunner. Pinfall. Game over. Kevin Owens is now the man standing across the ring from CM Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship. And Sami Zayn is left standing there, betrayed, embarrassed, and out of the title picture completely. Now here's where it gets interesting, and this is the part that's got dirt sheets and hardcore fans buzzing. Before I keep going, if this kind of deep dive wrestling breakdown is your thing, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Tap that notification bell too, because we're about to get into some heavy speculation that you do not want to miss the follow-up on. Because here's the thing about WWE Creative right now. They love a slow burn. They love planting a flag early and letting it simmer for months. And Kevin Owens versus CM Punk isn't just a random title match. It's personal. Real-world personal, given their well-documented history outside the ring. But according to backstage rumblings circulating after SummerSlam, there's a growing belief that Owens versus Punk isn't actually the real endgame of this angle. It might just be the appetizer. The main course, according to those same whispers, is Owens and Zayn. Again, one more time, because their story has never actually been finished. It just keeps getting interrupted by other storylines. And creative reportedly knows that. Here's reason number one why this makes total sense. Emotional stakes sell tickets, and nothing hits harder in wrestling than betrayal between two guys who clearly, genuinely love each other. That hug before the punch wasn't an accident. That was the creative team telegraphing exactly what they want you to feel. Hope, then heartbreak. If WWE pulls the trigger on a full storyline where Owens either turns fully heel by cheating his way past Zayn again, or where Zayn snaps and goes after Owens out of resentment for being left off the SummerSlam card entirely, that is a program that writes itself. You don't need 20 vignettes to sell it. You need one more moment like that hug, and then the knife goes in. Reason number two, and this one's big. Kevin Owens might not be medically cleared for a long physical program with CM Punk. Neck surgery is no joke. Guys who come back from procedures like that often get eased in with shorter, less brutal opponents before a true, grueling world title chase. Some fans and insiders have pointed out that a white-hot, emotional feud with Sami Zayn, built more on promos, storytelling, and a handful of high-impact but controlled matches, would let Owens work a program that's protective of his body while still feeling massive to the audience. If the Punk match ends up being a transitional step, a hot one-off, don't be shocked if the real extended chapter of this story becomes Owens and Zayn colliding for the rematch nobody thought they'd get again.
Reason number three. Sami Zayn has been positioned as the sympathetic figure in WWE for years now. The good guy who keeps getting screwed, losing the title after 9 days, getting bumped out of his own #1 contender match by his best friend showing up out of nowhere and stealing his spotlight. If WWE wants to build the next great redemption arc for Zayn, there is no better fuel than Kevin Owens standing in his way one more time. Fans are already split in the comments sections and on forums, arguing about who was really in the wrong at SummerSlam. Some say Owens did what he had to do to seize an opportunity. Others say he sacrificed his own best friend's title shot without blinking. That kind of division online is exactly the fuel WWE loves pouring gasoline on. And look, while WWE is keeping the actual creative direction under wraps, the signs are lining up. You don't randomly have Kevin Owens return after 17 months, hug his best friend, and then immediately lay him out on the biggest stage of the summer unless you're planning to pay that moment off. WWE doesn't waste emotional beats like that. Chekhov's super kick, if you will. If it's shown in Act 1, it's getting fired again in Act 3. There's also the layer of real-life chemistry here that can't be ignored. Owens and Zayn have some of the best in-ring and promo chemistry of their entire generation. Every single time these two share a segment, it goes viral. Every time they wrestle, it becomes a match of the year conversation. WWE knows this. They are not going to let a story with this much built-in emotional weight and this much fan investment just quietly fade into the background after one match at a pay-per-view. So picture the scenario. Owens goes into his title match with CM Punk. Maybe he wins, maybe he doesn't, but somewhere along the way, whether it's a distraction, a missed cue, or Owens simply choosing survival over friendship again, Sami Zayn gets used, discarded, or straight up attacked in the process. That's the betrayal. That's the moment this whole video title is pointing toward. And if creative wants to make it hurt even more, they do it on Raw, in front of a live crowd that's already primed to explode, right when everyone least expects it. Imagine the go-home segment. Owens cutting a promo about doing whatever it takes to be WWE champion. Zayn walking out, still holding on to some shred of hope that their friendship survives this, and then it happens again. The betrayal, the turn, the moment that gets clipped, shared, and argued about for the next month straight. That is the story dirt sheets think is coming. That is the payoff creative has reportedly been building toward since Owens laid Sami out at SummerSlam. And if it happens, it would be one of the most talked about storylines of the entire year. Now look, I want to be clear with you. This is speculation. This is rumor territory. Backstage buzz and connect the dots analysis based on the actual booking decisions we've watched play out. WWE hasn't confirmed a single word of what the endgame here actually is. But when you look at the pattern, the history, the emotional setup, and the way creative has treated this relationship for over a decade, it is very hard not to see where this is heading. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have never been able to just be friends. Wrestling doesn't let them.
And after that hug-turn-sucker punch at SummerSlam, it feels less like a question of if there's another betrayal coming, and more a question of when, and how brutal it's going to be. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Kevin Owens turns on Sami Zayn again before this story is done? Or is Sami the one who finally snaps first and gets his own receipts? Drop your prediction in the comments. I read every single one, and I want to see who calls it before it happens. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update the second this story develops. WrestleCore, we'll see you in the next one.